whatever they want to call them, black, white, cold, warm, light, dark.
Yeah.
It's light versus dark. The third color that develops is red.
Yeah.
Because red is the color of blood, and the color of danger, and the color of fire.
Danger?
All at the same time.
Red things in wild are generally dangerous. In the animal kingdom.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
It means
frogs.
don't eat this, it'll kill you.
Yeah.
Does it? Because there's a lot of edible berries that are red. There are some that are poisonous. There's a lot that are edible,
I think in general, red is just a danger color in the wild.
Well, bright colors usually are.
Yeah,
sure,
and
okay.
red is one of the brighter colors.
Well, I mean, because you said frogs, but there's actually very few of them that are red. You're talking about the poison dart.
Yeah, I guess the poison dart frogs are blue. That's true.
Well, no, they're all colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have any.
They're any color but neon.
Sure.
Like any neon
No, I
version
think some
of
of
that
them
color.
are like neon. I think some of them are like neon green almost.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's
anyway.
what I'm saying. Any color but the neon type version of it.
Oh, of the neon. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry, you said a different sound.
the third
Yeah,
color
yeah,
that
yeah.
develops is red.
Yeah.
And I believe the fourth one is like one of
Is
yellow.
that Suma dangerous?
Yeah.
He's very dangerous.
Have you seen
He
him
summons a
punching?
phoenix.
Is Coca-Cola Zero dangerous? Yeah, it's probably really.
Yes,
Well, and-
I guarantee you
And
it
the
is.
red shows up. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
The red shows up really well against the black.
Well, yeah, no, like my phone is easier to find now.
Well, no, like,
Screen.
actually what it is red and white have, I think, the highest contrast tied with yellow and black.
That makes sense.
I don't know that.
This
This is all stuff that's like really important in video games.
Yes.
Probably.
Like color contrast.
probably.
Like,
Because I mean,
graphic
here's the
design,
thing. Like,
mostly.
I always perceived red as a danger to us as far as that was a cultural element. Like red is stop. Red is.
I think that
bad.
every single culture
we
has
use
had
red that
as
way because it's instinctive.
Yeah.
I think every single
No,
culture
it's
has
really
had that exact same reaction.
Has red as. That would be really cool to learn more about.
So anyway, like
I'd ask the internet, but they've already
The blue-
totally clocked out of our
the blue-green
conversation.
distinction is one of the last to evolve.
Yeah.
And I know that there are some languages that even go further than we do, and we say sapphire blue, azure blue, ocean blue,
Yeah, we have
royal
the anchor
blue,
colors.
but there's still there's shades of blue.
Yeah.
There are some languages that actually split them into
Okay.
completely different colors.
Yeah, their color wheels.
Has more spots
smaller
on it.
slivers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
wait, so
and
we
what-
know
my
we
argument-
learn danger then before we learn safe?
Danger's
safe is the opposite of danger.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying, like color-wise, we
Everything-
learn red before we learn what's safe. I guess light would be safe.
Yeah,
then.
light is safe, dark
So
is
we
dangerous.
learn more dark. We learn more danger early on than we learn because like you learn light. That's safe. For all intents and purposes, for our species, daytime is a safer time
Right.
for us.
Yeah.
Darkness is not. And then the second color we learn is another one that we talked about. We subscribe to dangerous.
Yeah.
So we learn
Well,
more about it. I mean, I guess.
But we learn about safe
yeah.
in at the same time because safe is the opposite of dangerous.
It's
so
the absence.
everything that's
Yeah.
the absence
Yeah.
of danger. Yeah. So everything is safe until something becomes dangerous.
But we immediately attach danger to unknown. So everything starts out dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why we always kill it first.
I mean, if we were prey animals, everything would be dangerous. But we evolved as predators, and things are still dangerous, even though we're apex predators.
Grass gets a bad rap.
Hey, man.
It's technically everything
That stuff gets
that it's
slippery.
around it dies, and the only way it can fight back is by messing up our clothes.
It's true.
I guess some people can like break and hurt themselves and slip, but
Well, also, lawn grass really...
this tower is great for conversation
So
because
okay,
it just keeps going.
I'm gonna try and say this one more
Or
time.
wheeling back.
I've never tried to say that people in other cultures are biologically incapable
No.
of seeing or hearing different things.
Yes.
They are just culturally conditioned. Their language conditions them to see the world in a specific way.
But it's like for me, my approach to these conversations were fundamentally like at the core definition of different. Are you saying they cannot tell the difference?
No.
And if that's true, that I find very difficult to understand. And
That
I
is
don't
never
think
what I
Whoa,
was
what
trying
is
to
this?
say. Ha ha!
that looks like a boss. See, red,
Odin.
red, it's danger. Wait, it's Odin.
Yeah. See, he only has one eye, and he has a giant horn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's
There's a
like a
horn coming out of the other one.
weird
That's a
one-eyed-
weird eye patch.
That is a really cool.
I mean, look,
Odin.
you can see the chain from the eye patch
Yeah.
over his forehead.
Yeah, he's got an
That's
eye
actually really
patch.
cool. But just to let you guys know, he's red. So
I need only to announce myself to get through.
Oh, hey, look, Rygar worked for the Sage or
Oh,
whatever.
he's a Sage's apprentice. Damn.
that's so he's just got a green card to everything.
Yeah.
Allow us to pass.
Show me you
He's
are
like red.
worthy of standing before my master.
Oh no, he's no
Well,
longer.
someone's in charge of Odin.
What?
Yeah.
I know of no apprentice by that name.
Ah,
Get
I was expecting.
wrecked.
He was expecting his name to just open the door.
Well, yeah,
And my name is.
He's
He's
the Sage's apprentice.
Who gives a shit? When's the last time he was there apprenticing?
My master shall be punished.
Apparently, before Odin was in charge.
Yeah, that's probably a while.
Odin, total jerk.
Well, yeah, no one's ever portrayed him as nice.
Oh, he has buddies.
Counterpoint, I totally have.
The
Yeah.
Valkyries.
Oh, he's not that
I
bad.
get it.
Are they Valkyries?
It might not call them Valkyries, but I can guarantee you they're supposed to be Valkyries.
Sure. I'm just wondering what they're actually called. Yeah, use Force Pain.
Valkyries!
Oh, wow. Well played.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you can't
No,
name
they're
the guy
one of the
Odin
things we
and
could have
not
bought at the shop
continue
earlier.
name.
If you remember that.
What?
We actually could have bought them at the shop earlier.
Oh, okay. You have to remember that this guy doesn't read correct.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still not even, like, a member of the,
Oh, something awful? True.
of something awful. I should.
We
Really?
should fix that.
Well, the problem is that genuinely the reason I don't want to subscribe to it is because I don't think I'd be on that.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, that's
I
reasonable.
did forums for a while with my creative writing groups,
Mhm.
but in the last several years,
Wow.
I don't think I've really done. Did that just do minus 75% damage?
Yeah.
To your entire
Ha!
party.
That's a freedom. Oh, and it's still.
Ah,
He
that's
still
the worst.
died.
That was awesome.
It had 1 HP! Oh, wait, it
right.
got rid of?
Yeah.
It got rid of him.
It's probably, like, super overbroken.
Oh no,
What?
the Valkyrie had a break barrier skill, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, it doesn't
But
really matter.
I mean, it obviously has nothing to do with me. Not,
Right.
Like, I mean, the community within there is every community ever.
pretty much,
Basically,
yeah.
you said there's sports. Huey says he talks about any number of games, anything. There.
Yep.
So I mean, obviously it's not that, and obviously I'm not scared of the internet. Like that's never been a problem. I just genuinely don't think I'd be on
And that's fine.
enough to use it.
I'll allow it.
I mean, I'm not gonna say the price is actually an issue because it's like $10 or something, which
Oh,
is
jeez!
amazing. It's
Wow.
amazing. Yeah.
46,000 EXP?
Damn.
Yeah.
It is kind of amazing how much of a deterrent that is.
It's
Yeah.
intentional.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's startling.
Just the
how
idea
much-
of
Well,
paying money to
and-
post on
yeah,
a forum.
like
Yeah.
I here's the thing. I would wonder how big of a difference it would be if it was $1.
No, I really am.
It probably wouldn't be that big a difference, but the $10 helps with administrative and
Yeah.
upkeep.
Yeah,
So,
that's a big part of it.
yeah,
The servers
But-
are expensive.
which is weird because the UN declared the internet as like a basic human right. Like it's on the same level as water
Mhm.
and everything.
Well,
And
whatever.
And yet Comcast still,
Oh, what?
charges us out the ass.
yeah,
Hold on a moment. I need to reset. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, we're good.
that was
It was
Comcast
getting
attacking
very
us.
correctly.
Comcast do not like
That
us,
was Comcast
us
attacking.
defaming them.
I should have known.
They got ears.
Yep.
Quick, speak in different tones or sounds.
Tongues.
Tongues. Nah, I only have one.
Look at all these sips.
Yeah, use them.
No.
Oh.
That's boring.
Fine. Do it off camera then.
Yeah, like it's been almost 2 hours.
And we still haven't reached the top of the tower.
Nope.
Or is that
Well,
that
I mean-
was probably his internal plan?
We
was
did
He was
something-
like, we'll just end it when we're at the top of the tower.
We did something.
Oh, we are at the top
getting to
level. We're at the
tower.
top level.
Yeah.
Odin.
But there's something over here
You
that I want to
don't
go
know-
check out.
We did some things before we got to the tower.
Oh yeah, the tower's only
We've only been
last like 20
40
minutes.
40 minutes.
Oh, hey. How do I go down?
There's a golem. There's stairs over there. Did you
I
not
want
see the
stairs.
stairs? Really?
Stairs down?
Right
Oh.
there.
I did not see those stairs, no.
Wow. Okay.
I've been using the mini-map. They don't show up on the
Oh.
mini-map.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Boxes!
Wow, we haven't seen those.
Do you
in
know
a
how
while.
long
Yeah.
it's been since we've seen...
64 gems?
Yeah. Top of the, Oh, nothing else.
You used to get like one per box, right?
Yes. Less than one per box.
Like I mean,
Just-
like a given box would have one.
Yes. 64. Screw it. Oh,
That's even better, actually.
yeah. Like, do you imagine that the designer was supposed to place, like, X gems around the map in these boxes?
Yep. And forgot.
just got-
and so they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
had, like-
crap.
That's
I've got, like,
maybe that
100 of
64
these
was
left.
just a typo.
No, it was definitely, I definitely got 64 of them.
No, I mean like internally in the system,
There's supposed to be 4, maybe. Wait,
Yeah.
there's a person
or
here?
there's
Yeah.
supposed to be one.
Is that the sage? Probably. I would love it if Rygar was like, wait, who are you?
Yeah.
Oh, it is a sage.
It's been a long time.
Oh, it's another woman! Rygar, you
Rygar.
We knew
playa!
that.
I know, right?
Well, he only has
Me,
one.
Sage.
Oh, well.
No,
I
we
mean-
talked about that.
Well, but we didn't know that it was
Your
a.
most unworthy
Oh, no.
apprentice,
No, we did.
The sage is deaf.
What?
Or forgetful. Or Rygar's been faking it.
I'm telling you, I have no apprentice by that name.
Wow.
She has no indoor voice.
Shaky.
Get out of here!
I like how they're not shaking.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yes.
Rygar just ran off.
So that's the sage. She's not how I
This is other
imagine.
fiance.
This is the sage. You're still in the room.
Don't be
Yeah.
bound
No,
by
she's deaf.
common
Don't worry about it.
sense. Remember?
Right.
Oh god.
You're right.
Hey,
She's lived here alone for so many years. I guess
How
she-
many years, Yuki?
No, she
Why don't
hasn't
you,
lived here alone. Rygar apparently has been there.
Who?
Apparently not.
Hey,
who are you?
Me?
Who are
I am on.
you?
Yes. Oh,
Oh.
Sylphie.
It was
I'm
Atsuma
son of the
Dusilfeed.
wind. Atsuma Dusilfeed.
Son of the wind?
Correct. My name comes from the hurricane speed with which I quell my enemies.
Yeah, likely story. Get lost.
A likely story.
That was a quality callback.
You to get out of my sight.
What's with the hammer?
Damn, woman.
There goes
Calm
that sage,
down.
too. That's
Oh,
Dude,
no.
bro. Man, calm down.
Hey,
Huh? Yes?
you two need to get out too.
Look,
But you didn't yell at us.
you kind of need.
Vamoose!
Better.
Ah!
Who the hell screams vamoose?
Her.
Yeah.
I don't like her. at all.
Sometimes you gotta vamoose.
Also, shouldn't she be like, how did you defeat the like Norwegian god of existence?
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Or no, he's not the god of. So Odin is more in line with Zeus than he is with
Yeah.
like
Her apprentice?
an all supreme being, but he has
Yes,
control of the
in
supreme
theory.
energy or something
So
or
why
whatever
is
it's
she
called,
so
right?
angry?
Because it's called the Odin
I
Force.
Oh,
really
okay.
have
Right?
No idea.
I mean,
I-
I know
I-
Yui has more.
I'm not sure,
She's
like,
her master, right?
I don't know if I've never heard of Odin Force is part of that. That might be like a corruption that came in later.
Karine doesn't have
um,
much impact when she's
Yeah,
angry.
because
But-
usually they
'cause
don't bother naming that sort of stuff back then.
Yeah.
She's certainly not scary.
Rygar, you need to sort this out.
I'm pretty sure
But 'cause
Odin
back-
was just like
Okay?
Odin was
The
just
biggest
the
baddest?
father of the gods,
As
and they
you say.
beat up the frost giants and did all that.
Yeah.
And
It is actually funny when you compare it to like Greek mythology, how there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
It's cool. But they're
Okay, let's go back.
But like the similarities are like the big general. Internal like
Sage,
specifics are obviously far
my
more.
master,
Well, that'd be interesting to look at.
Rygar again. I'm glad to see you looking so well,
What's your
Look at
excuse
you,
then?
Thea.
master.
Ha!
Your excuse
oh
Burn.
shit, son.
For what, master?
for never contacting me after you left and then quitting the night.
My apologies.
Oh no, she knew.
You finally returned.
Yeah.
You bring that dangerous thing along with you.
Oh, that's rude.
You noticed.
It's not a
Atsuma's
thing. He's a
arm.
person. With a
I
thing
thought
on
they
the
were
arm.
talking about Yuki.
Of course. What do you take me for?
God damn, she is shouting the entire time.
She has no indoor voice. I said that.
Dangerous.
Well, I mean, well, obviously what happens is, this ancient technology that brought, people that, could feed her or whatever, was just ordering delivery.
Well, you're here now, I suppose.
So she's up at the top of the tower. The delivery guy's at the bottom with her pizza, and she just has to tell them,
how many
leave it on the
people have
doorstep.
died doing the 2-hour Amazon delivery?
Yeah, so she
There's
just has to yell at them,
probably
leave it on the
roaming
doormat.
tribes
My
of them.
giant,
Like they have to recruit the new ones because they're the ones bringing in supplies. And so there's
Right.
one Supreme, and they're they call themselves Prime, and then there's the other ones that are the regular. And
Wait,
then
is that where
two-day-
Supreme Pizzas come from?
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting somewhere.
When do you think Amazon's gonna have its own
I see.
food
So you're looking
stuff?
for a way to
They'll
they
do
already have a
Amazon.
bookstore.
No, but Amazon Pizza. Why is everybody so fascinated about that? That makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't.
So,
Because
Why?
Amazon killed the physical bookstore.
So what you're saying is a company did something differently, took out all the competition, and then expanded?
You know how to save toilets?
They destroyed the business model.
Do you know
They
the
did
word
not
please,
destroy
boy?
it. They made it much more difficult. There
If
was
you
a
know how to
culling,
save
but
toilet, please, can
there
you
are
tell us?
still
If it's not too
bookstores.
much-
Not many.
Right, bookstores,
Oh,
physical
there are
bookstores are
still
now more
bookstores.
of a niche,
What? Look at
Yeah.
you.
which
Yeah,
doesn't
they're
make
just
sense
used.
for Amazon to try to
They're
occupy.
used or they're school.
More Barnes and
Yeah.
Once
I mean,
the
so, okay, there is one.
Yeah, there are.
Because
There
There's
are
one that evolved and grew with the market.
sort of.
Regenerate?
But no,
You got
it's
it.
not doing as well as
Sure.
obviously
No matter
Kindle,
how
but it
much
is doing
damage
well.
you inflict, they will
It's
regenerate
what's
in
kept them
time.
afloat.
Yeah.
This guy apparently doesn't see any irony in Amazon opening a bookstore.
I don't think the irony is that big a deal. There are people
I didn't say it
losing
was-
their shit.
I didn't say it was a big deal. I just said it's ironic.
I don't think it's ironic. I just think
Yeah,
it
I don't
doesn't
think
make
that
a lot
either.
of sense.
It makes sense. No, it makes perfect
No.
sense to me. Yeah, why? Okay, Apple,
Okay, all right.
Microsoft and Apple have
Why-
stores. They never needed them.
Why was Amazon so
It's all-
successful?
Correct.
Why? They could
Even if you
evade
do manage
taxes
to
by
Yeah.
selling stuff online.
That one is correct.
That's
There's no
100% the
Okay,
reason Amazon
sure,
was able
sure.
to survive.
I mean, that's not what I was
succeed.
aiming for.
No,
but
you're saying
yeah.
because of ease of access, you can offer cheaper prices,
And-
because they don't pay taxes to anybody.
Sure, sure. So
Correct.
Amazon delivers to everyone in the country,
So using the
and anyone in the country can order from Amazon and have it there in a couple of
You
days.
could do the
So-
same with Barnes and Noble
So-
before Amazon existed.
So,
You could also do it with the
If
library.
Amazon, whose business model is based around shipping everywhere, opens a physical bookstore where you have to drive to and doesn't ship to you, that's not their business model.
No, it's marketing.
So there's
Okay.
That's
no way
all it is.
to
No.
save him?
Everything can be bought online. Why would you open up a store? It's
Exactly!
marketing. It's marketing.
But
It-
must I?
they're not.
It
Those,
especially
the brick and mortar. The
it
brick and mortar
especially
store.
doesn't make any sense to open a brick and mortar Amazon store in Seattle
Let me explain.
because
Well,
it's
the
less
fact that
than
it's in
10
Seattle
miles
doesn't matter.
from
That
Amazon's
has
headquarters.
nothing to do with it.
No, that makes sense because they can
That
just
makes-
resupply
yeah.
it from where they've got,
Looks like today
a bunch of warehouses
Close
nearby.
to the warehouse.
I guess.
Close to the warehouse. Yeah. No.
I don't remember.
I
Would you mind greeting
I
me
think it
for
makes
me?
total sense. It's a marketing campaign. Look at us. We're talking about it
I don't
longer
know.
than anybody.
Let's go outside.
It works. People talk about it. It was like the number one
Eh.
topic on Twitter at one
But negative publicity is not.
There's no such thing as negative publicity
there
when
is.
you're like the largest conglomerated company in an industry. Because you have no other
Oh,
like here's the
God
thing.
damn it.
Why aren't libraries more successful? They're free.
Yeah.
They are free.
Yeah.
And yet you can get a book faster from the library almost every time than you can from Amazon. All you have to do is take a bus to somewhere else that has it if the one that's near you doesn't.
So
There's no
if you and I start at the exact same time, we're both trying to get a book.
Yeah.
You go to a library, they don't have it. You bust to another library, they don't have it. You bust to another library, they don't have it. I order from Amazon, I get it 2 hours later.
You don't get it 2 hours
depending.
later.
If he does the 2 hours one, but that's only food.
I don't know. I
Wait,
ordered,
what
I
if
ordered
that-
my mouse through Amazon Prime now.
They have a lot of things stocked.
Hey
but
guys,
let's
look
say-
what I
Yes.
found.
This right here,
Yeah, an Amazon product. A book isn't an Amazon product.
in the same shipment, I got a PS3 game.
Okay.
Hey, what the hell is that?
How long did it take to
Grave
get
keep
you?
home.
2 hours.
Can't go there.
You actually did the 2-hour delivery? Oh, because you have
I needed
Prime.
a mouse.
You have Prime. It's free.
I needed a mouse.
Well, but you could get it even faster if you drove somewhere as a bot. You could get it in less than 2 hours.
Not at 7 a.m.
So
yeah, you probably could.
Not
Place
from
it.
Burien.
There's probably a place that opened at 8.
Maybe, but
You could do it. No, so you paid for the convenience.
I also didn't have to get dressed.
You paid for the convenience.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. That's what Amazon's thing is.
Right.
Brick and mortar
Right.
stores can be more convenient.
They
are
are
branching
not.
out. They can be.
How?
If I want to buy a big ass fucking TV,
They don't have any at the Amazon bookstore.
No, they do at Best Buy. Amazon does not
But
just
that's
sell
not-
books anymore. That's not even its
But
largest.
the bookstore does.
Oh.
The bookstore only sells books.
Yeah.
So if you want anything that's not a book, you can't get it there,
No, I can go to another store probably right across the
which is
street.
not Amazon. So Amazon's not getting your business.
So you should
I
consider
don't-
it an honor.
What's your stance now?
Amazon opening the bookstore doesn't make sense for their business model.
Yes, it does. It's marketing. It's not the bookstore. The brick and mortar is not there to make money. It's there to exist and be brand recognition and be a topic of discussion.
Amazon doesn't need more brand recognition. Everyone knows who Amazon is.
You understand the most popular brands that everybody knows. Boom, Coca-Cola. Spend more money marketing their name everywhere than like any other companies.
I mean, that part certainly.
The companies that don't market their brand are companies where their brand doesn't really matter, and it's more. There's a term that they teach.
I'm still
But it's
not.
like why Amazon.
I'm
has-
still not buying that Amazon needed more publicity in Seattle when their headquarters
Need to is different than did.
If they wanted,
They did. It's probably a testing. It's only one store, right?
yeah.
Apple did the same thing. We have a Microsoft store here. Why aren't you losing your shit over that?
Well, that makes sense because Microsoft is trying to get into having a front end, which
Yeah.
normally
Apple-
like Microsoft
Amazon doesn't
Because
need it.
Apple's destroyed
Amazon
them.
doesn't need a front end.
No.
Microsoft.
Microsoft technically
Well,
doesn't.
no, Amazon
need it.
has
Sure.
a front end in a way that Microsoft never did.
It's just the internet.
Like, yeah, Amazon has Amazon.com. Microsoft,
that's its
like,
front end.
at Microsoft.com, you know,
Oh,
certainly
wait,
for
when did
the
Toya show up?
Yeah, we're way behind. All
yeah,
right,
you guys
time
have
out
been paying
on
no
Amazon.
attention. We talked to
Time on
the sage,
Amazon.
and
You're
then
right.
they
Uwe, stop going forward and tell us what's happening. Stop moving forward.
Okay, shut up. Okay, so we talked to the sage. They yelled at us, told us to go away.
Yeah,
And then we all
came
left,
back.
and then we all went back, and then she started talking to us again, and it turns out that Rygar actually was her apprentice. She was just pissed.
Right. We
Yeah,
saw that
she
part.
was just being
Yeah.
pissy.
Yeah. And then the apprentice then she told us that, no, there's nothing we can do to save Toya, except maybe, and then a bunch of rumbling, and then it was, oh, hey, look, the Queen of Ice and Toya showed up, and you guys were yelling about Amazon during all this time, and then we came up here, and I actually stayed for once because I thought there might be a fight, and then the Queen of Ice extended an invitation to a nice ice castle.
Oh, that's nice.
And we're done, right?
We're up. All right. Anyways, back to Amazon.
we can do that off camera.
No, I just
No, we're doing this now.
It baffles me that people are losing their shit over this Amazon
I think it's weird.
Like, would it be weird for a bookstore to open up an online portion?
No, but
So it's just growing.
But Amazon was like always only online, and they were online and successful to the point that they squeezed out.
So you can go one way, but you can't go the other?
Yeah.
You're oversimplifying it.
No, I'm not. You're
Yes,
saying,
you
like,
are.
okay, Best Buy. One of the only reasons Best Buy was able to survive was because they branched out, made online, they committed to the online market share as far as
Yeah.
sales.
Here,
And that's why Target, Circuit City, all these things
that's
and companies are
not the
completely
point.
going away.
But I see what you're saying. But okay, here's the problem. The internet is still only 20 years old, give or take.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, in a year it can drink!
I'm not done yet.
What's gonna happen?
I'm not done yet. The addition of the internet
Why
and
the
the new
fuck are we fighting that?
the internet and new technology have made old technology obsolete. CDs are still sort of around, but
And yet, vinyls have sold more now than they ever have when they were made.
granted, that's not the point I made.
No,
But
I
that's
know,
fine.
but
Here's the point. Everyone evolved. Amazon started. All of the bookstores had to evolve to keep up with Amazon, so they all became online. And when they couldn't keep up, they went out of business because everything had shifted to online. And now Amazon is going in the other direction. It's the opposite of evolution. It's reverse evolution.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it
Yes,
isn't.
it is.
No, it isn't. There are things you can do in a bookstore.
Like what?
Sit and read.
You can do that at home.
Yes,
Everyone does it
you
at home.
can, but you can't do it surrounded by hundreds you don't own, but can allowed to look at. Like, again, technically anybody going to a store and buying it just to read it once is a fucking moron. Because you have public libraries. You have online things. You can download books for even cheaper, but you still can read them. The fact, like, the process doesn't work because if we're talking about the evolution of business, having it for free is like, there's no reason to pay, right?
Yep.
There are libraries. There have been libraries for decades. Maybe not 100 years.
But people like owning things.
Actually, one thing, back in, there's a cartoon museum here, and one of the things, give me a sec.
Yep.
Finish the fight.
Yeah, I had to sneeze.
No.
One of the things that
okay.
Look into the light!
they have right now is a World War I exhibit.
Okay.
And in that exhibit, you know, one of the posters that they had during World War I was one saying, you know, public libraries are free. Use them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like, people don't use libraries.
I know.
It's sad, and it makes no sense to me. And here's the thing. Evolution does not equate to business world. They cannot connect. Because here's the thing. Like I said, right now, vinyls, we're selling more vinyls in the U.S. now, partially because of population, but in large part because it's a marketing thing now. Look at how big, like, remember when, like, vinyl artwork was, like, a big thing? So,
No.
I mean, we don't know this because we weren't around, but vinyl was huge. Andy Warhol created a Rolling Stones vinyl cover where the zipper on a pair of jeans would work. Like, this was huge stuff. There was, like, really, we can look at my vinyl collection right over there, and there are some really interesting things. Some of them you go, well, that could work on a CD, and they would. But we now live in a world where it's digital, and the art didn't make any difference at all. People were just buying one song from the CD.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, we're selling because they're remembering, like, oh, wait, that's a huge marketing thing. Like, people are advertising stuff on vinyl covers. Now, movies will release their soundtracks in vinyl form because you can't hide that, and that's another way for them to be like, this will be when people show it and own it, people will see it. That's technically a form of brand recognition. You can buy Twilight, the soundtrack from the movie, in vinyl. You can buy 50 Shades of Grey's soundtrack in vinyl. You can buy both soundtracks in 40, 30, 20, 25, 30-year-old technology.
Toya.
Like, when
40
did...
years?
Tape.
Cassettes
came first, and they were 80s.
Yeah. I grew up with
Yeah.
cassettes.
Yeah, I kind of did, like, early on, and then when I finally grew into music, like, the late 90s, that was...
CDs CDs were the mid-90s.
Like,
early
here's
to
the thing.
mid-90s.
The hipster culture proves that evolution cannot equate to business. It can equate to business technology, but it can't equate to the concept of business. Because right now, you can go to a thrift shop, like Value Village. There are people who make a living. They go to thrift shops, they buy clothes for cheap. Then they go to, like, vintage stores, sell those clothes back, and make a profit. Like, Lauren, I don't know if you remember my ex, Lauren.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
know
remember,
her.
yeah. She made a living in undergrad doing that. For 2 years,
Right,
she paid for school, and that's insane. And that makes no sense to me, because I'm like, oh, why doesn't Value Village go, hey, we're a part of a charity organization, we should hire someone to just do that. And be like, this is something we can sell to XYZ store for $45 as opposed to selling it for $15 or something. And I think they're doing that a little bit more now. Like, if people bring in antiques, or if someone donates their estate to it, they have someone that goes in and goes like, hey, this is worth more. This is worth more. Sell this junk.
I'm gonna address something that I heard you say, which is that I slightly disagree with. Maybe it's because I don't understand exactly what the hipster movement is, but isn't the hipster movement kind of the exact opposite of what you're saying?
No.
Aren't they new? They're
No.
trying to be new and edgy because they.
No, they're
because no one's
trying. Well,
heard of
they're
it?
trying to be edgy by bringing back historical. So mustaches, like waxed mustaches,
Mhm.
those were
Yeah.
huge in like what, the 20s,
Okay.
30s,
Yeah, about then.
and then they just died out because it was stupid. Well,
I thought
not
the
stupid.
I thought
it
the
was just-
hipster mantra was what I like is good because nobody has heard of it yet.
That's hipstering. Like that's like specifically like sort of.
There are a couple
Right.
of branches of
There's
hipsters.
branches, and that's sort of the mentality of like, oh,
Or-
now that it's popular, I don't like
Right.
it. That's a part of it.
Or like
A lot
my
of it-
favorite coffee shop is the one that nobody's heard of because it's
Yes.
too new and it's
That
too.
is a part of it. More that I like my coffee shop because it's not Starbucks
Right.
or I'm banging the
inside the Emperor. But how
Like,
did that
more
work?
often than not that. But the presentation of the hipster genre, like not genre, but the hipster
movement.
community,
Yeah, community.
is vintage. Like
Okay.
that's their uniform by all intents and purposes. Just like if you're like the difference between goth, emo, and I'm trying to think there's like another of the three
when
guys.
he was absorbed.
Yeah, and we're the
Yeah,
worst people to talk to about because those three cultures I have like very little
You have nothing to do with.
interaction
I've never,
with.
very rarely interacted with them.
Vampires are like a third one.
I think that-
They like legitimately are their own
Yeah.
subculture of that
Alright.
umbrella. Like punk was the original though.
Sure.
Punk is
Mhm.
so different from those modern ones that they would just beat the living crap out of it. Because punk was hard. Like that was like your like. 'cause
No, absorber into your arm, you
so here's
idiot!
the thing: more than anything, punk is the
No.
most closely related.
Oh,
to
Sheen?
to hipster because punk
You
was like,
have not been
fuck
following
out.
this plot because you've been listening to Colin chat. Basically, what she just said is the
Sorry,
reason
I'm
that.
sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Basically, what she said is that the reason Kareen didn't die is because there was both like the broken Magicore and
Okay.
Kareen, and the fact that there were two in there meant that Kareen didn't like
Get
get
absorbed,
connected to the Devil Golem and die. So the
Well, I think
idea
what he said
is,
actually makes sense.
So we paid attention to other stuff earlier.
yeah.
It's
So
like
the
when you go
idea
back
is
to
we're
class,
going to
right?
shove
Like,
a second-
builds.
Like we're gonna shove the original rock that was her Magicore into her, and then immediately drain her while it screws up with like the bond between them and Toya, and hopefully that works.
And then she's gonna get absorbed into his arm?
The Queen of Ice, yes, but not Toya.
Right. I said she.
Yeah.
He's got a very fair.
Correct.
Toya?
If Toya is no longer
No, he
the
doesn't, that's right.
queen, then
Yes,
you don't
my
need to hold
queen.
back.
Such a
Just
tool.
absorb her and be
I guess he had
free.
other lines in this episode.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah, he's been saying all sorts of other stuff. It's crazy.
he's
Whatever.
coming out with a book.
Did he put his glasses on?
No.
No, he didn't get serious
That's
yet.
good news, Atsuma.
But no,
I hope he
okay,
puts.
so
I hope he puts his glasses on for the boss
to
fight.
give you
That'd
a
be pretty
better idea of
One thing though,
why and like
I
Yuki.
hate to
let's
bring this up,
not bridge the gap
Where
in
is
technology.
this
Let's just
second
go by
Magicore?
ease
A
of doing.
devil golem
Why
and
do
its
people go to
Magicore
other
are
places
always
other
a
than
pair,
Walmart?
a set.
Walmarts are cheaper. They
Her
have
original
more stuff.
Magicore
They're not
must
always cheaper.
exist
They are
Yeah.
on
No.
average they are.
On average, they're actually not. They just are very good at
Well, certain things
marketing
no,
themselves as if they are.
Sage?
certain things are cheaper.
Don't
Certain
ask
things are
me.
actually far more expensive, and that's
Not
how they make
again.
their money. Like if you go to like Oreos are going to be like a couple dollars more. Well, not a
Here
couple.
I am.
They're going to be quite a bit more expensive than they are at a smaller store.
Yeah.
And that's because they have, I think, is it called market share pricing? Like, if something's really popular, they'll actually advertise a lot of sales for it, but actually they're marking it up higher.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah. But
bye,
like,
everybody.
here's the thing.
Yeah,
If you want to
later.
buy a TV, Best Buy, Amazon, or Walmart are probably going to be your best option.
Anyway,
Sure.
Yeah.
They are,
I know
you
that
can
in the
get
past,
dirt
though,
cheap stuff.
I know in the past
Yeah.
Walmart has, said we want to sell things for really cheap, like below what the manufacturer
Oh.
can, profit selling.
They'll sell some items and then they'll run out really quickly,
No.
and then people
No,
are there. Or...
That's not what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
They
Sorry,
actually have the manufacturer create a different, shittier version of it
Oh, okay.
for cheaper so that they can sell it. Like, and there are a couple of
Oh.
things like that where they have like,
That makes sense.
yeah. So in the serial or in the product code, it has like a W at the end for the Walmart version.
Save Toya.
Oh, that's
You
crazy.
still haven't
Yeah.
given up on that? Why do you not just
No, it's been like 10 minutes.
I don't know. Maybe killing Toya is the best way, like everyone keeps telling me. I'm
But
too
I
stupid
need
to try
somebody
and
to
explain how
validate
I
my
feel
life
about it.
choices.
Yeah.
It just sounds.
Way to be a
Too
strong,
simple,
powerful,
maybe.
independent tool.
What if?
Yep.
Well, he
when I
is.
do it, it
He's a
brings
tool
me
of the
some
voice.
Everybody in this game is a
Anyway, more
tool.
than
He's a tool of the
I
voice in
want
his
to
arm.
save Toya.
Why?
Nah,
Is
not
saving
really.
him worth risking the entire world? Is this compassion for Toya? Or are you trying to absolve your guilt over surviving Yokohama when others did not?
Ooh!
Neither. I just want
Oh
to
shit,
save him.
son.
Giving
Please
up
be
is
Makoto.
Easier than breathing.
He was. Or like his brother, maybe?
The problem
that'd be
now
neat.
is
That's
where's the
actually
Queen of Ice's Magicore?
Yeah.
an interesting
I
idea.
have it.
I mean,
Huh?
But I'm undecided. Should I give it to you? Should I not? Should I? Should I not?
Are we gonna have to fight him?
Really want to save Toya?
Yeah.
Then come to Gravekeep Home, the village up ahead.
Ugh.
Brave keep home.
I'll wait for you there.
that sounds.
Farewell.
Off he goes. Same
Are you gonna join our party then?
I am starting to fade.
I hope this
We're,
is
Yeah,
we,
we're-
we've clipped the 2 hour mark.
It's been 2 hours. We're done.
Alright.
Save.
Yeah, I know.
This means, like, right when we start the next one, it's gonna be a whole bunch of dialogue again, like another cutscene, and we're just gonna talk all through it.
Yep, that's what we do.
I think they're used to that by now, honestly.
Yep. People have
This was a
said
good discussion.
people
we
have
actually hit on
said-
some interesting things.
people have said this game is terrible, but you guys make it watchable.
This game is actually fun
There's-
for me
there
right
is
here
something
behind the controller.
genuinely wrong with those people. Okay. There,
Yeah.
that is a red flag on so many levels.
Little bit.
I'm not insulting
We are
them
fun
or
to
anything.
listen to. Oh hey, you broke 80,000.
Are
You can buy the
we?
thing.
Like, are
I would
we?
need to find a.
Yes.
Yeah, like we're.
I mean,
I'm
here's
just
the
waiting
thing.
for you to stop talking so I can end the freaking episode. So
No.
yeah. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay, we're done. Bye. Bye, internet.
Bye.